United we stand. I learned that as a kid. It's a phrase we've all been repeating for ages. It sounds good. We know the power of unions, the battles we can win when we unite. In a time not so long ago as it seems, our ancestors pulled together for better wages. The battlefield was fierce. The rich do not give up easy, and many were killed in that fight. But the day was won by daughters and sons, fathers and moms, to improve life for their kids. We can never repay what we owe to those brave old souls who marched for what was right. Things like minimum wage, Social Security, not working from sunup till we close our eyelids, those were all past such a long time ago. I hope I can explain the extent of our plight. This is what they say, but here is what they do. The complicated math of lying to you is a carefully rigged game and very well played. We give them our votes and they cash in at the bank. They keep telling us it will get better soon, but it hasn't really changed much since we went to the moon. They're so full of it they can't hide the stink. They find someone to blame and then retain their rank. There are a lot of details here that I could relate. Our prison system, police brutality rates, the level of inflation that just keeps ticking up. No matter how much we make, it's never enough. A handful of companies decide our daily fates, everything we buy and the food we can serve on our plates. We treat the homeless people like villains. So very tough. A warning of what happens if you ever think you can give up. And if you even think that you might be mentally ill, just go see a doctor and he'll give you some pills so that you can get back to work, get back on the floor. Can't have you feeling instead of producing more. And if you need time off, put in a request for your boss to fill and maybe he'll say yes. If not, you'll deal. When you clock out late at 5:34, please keep your phone on and also come in early tomorrow at 4. This is what they say, but here's what they do. The complicated math of lying to you. It's a carefully rigged game and very well played. We give them our votes and they cash in at the bank. They keep telling us it'll get better soon, but it hasn't really changed much since we went to the moon. They're so full of it that they can't hide their stink. They just find someone to blame and then retain their rank. Then comes time for the election, and you can watch them pander, shake all the hands and kiss all the babies, talk about how they were raised, what they believe in, the work they did in their younger days, tell cool stories about their granddad who fought in the war, wink at all the blushing old ladies, touring the country to smile and wave. But no matter who wins, they'll vote for the person who pays the largest donation under a shadowy name, or maybe even no name. That's all just a part of the game. And then it's our fault, somehow, for picking the wrong side. But we all know that they're the ones who lied. Then they divide and conquer, tell us all who to blame. Probably some guy with too much TikTok fame. And 4 years later, it's time to try again to decide which person has the most false hope to provide. This is what they say, but here is what they do. The complicated math of lying to you. It's a carefully rigged game and very well played. We give them our votes and they cash in at the bank. They keep telling us it'll get better soon, but it hasn't really changed much since we went to the moon. They're so full of it, they can't hide the stink. They just find someone to blame and then retain their rank. And it won't ever change if we keep doing it this way. Too few people own too many things. We can all plainly see we make less than ever before. And when we complain, they tell us to spend less at the store and say to work harder, touting the success that brings. But they only show the puppet and they always hide the strings. And every once in a while, they'll pretend to pay you more, but then they'll just raise prices so they can pass that raise along to the poor. We could try something else, though, something inspired, but a different kind of work might actually be required. The kind we did around 100 years ago, together, fighting the rich and picketing in stormy weather. Vote for people who actually believe in our desires and finally tell all these old rich white men that they're fired. What's the alternative? Do this forever? Because I don't know about you, but I think we deserve better.